Hi everyone, my name is Tim and welcome to another edition of Smelly Sweet. It's a time of the month where I should have been doing a monthly fragrance rotation, but I'm shutting that playlist down because I don't enjoy doing those videos. It feels more like I need or I must do those videos more than I enjoy doing them. So that is the reason I shut that playlist down. So instead today I'm gonna give you some fragrance samples that I picked up along the way that won't lead to me buying a full bottle of them. Some of them I might roast a little bit, might roast the wearers of them a little bit. So let's dive into this right away by talking about Paco Rabanne 1 million. This is the ultimate fuckboy fragrance. Sure, it does have a nice opening, it's sweet and all that, but ladies, girls, if you smell this one on a man, run away because that man isn't serious at all. So that is my take on it. And then we have a couple of fragrances that I actually do enjoy. Pegasus by Parfum de Mali and Mandorlo di Sicilia by Acqua di Parma. They have in common the almond note in this one, and I really enjoy them on paper and I really enjoy them on other people. As my wife wears them, I do enjoy them. But on me, it just comes off sweet. Just sweet, like a vanilla sugar vibe, and I don't think it's worth the price tag they have for me to pick them up. Next up we have Memo African Leather, another well-liked fragrance in the community. But here I struggle with the name. They have African leather, Irish leather, Italian leather and so on. And they nailed the first part of the name. This really smells like Africa, but I can't find any leather in it. There is as much leather in this one as there is oud in London Oud by Fragrance du Bois. So I can't come around. I was searching for leather-based fragrances with a prominent leather note, but this one I can't find the leather. And that is the reason I won't pick those bottles up. Next up we have quite an interesting one. Carolina Herrera by Bad Boy. My wife came home with this sample. She got it from a local perfume store. And I hadn't heard about it, I hadn't read about it. So I was expecting maybe some booziness, incense, tobacco, leather or something a bit dirtiness that really is Bad Boy. But you don't get that from this one. You do get some sweetness. So I do get that it is targeted to a younger crowd. But I can see the younger, let's say a 19-year-old or a 20-year-old applying this, going out and thinking, oh man, I'm gonna bring home a nice lady today just by using this fragrance. It usually just ends up with you coming home alone. The only thing you are left to do is polishing yourself and polishing your bottle. So I guess the correct name on this fragrance would have been Mommy's Little Wanker. That's my take on it. Next up we have Karl Lagerfeld Bois de Yuzu. Yuzu is a citrus fruit. I believe it grows in Japan and it really smells fresh and good in the opening. But that is all. After the opening you can't smell it anymore. And many times, it is too much focus on longevity and performance on fragrances instead of just enjoying the fragrance. But in this case, I do think it is it's not a very expensive one, but I think it's overpriced for 1 hour of longevity. I do think you find better fragrances with Yuzu in it, maybe a little bit more expensive, but it lasts longer. And you have cheaper options as well. Next up we have Parfum de Mali Kuyan. Look, I'm a Parfum de Mali fanboy. I love the bottle designs, I love the cap, the heaviness of the cap. I love the brand, I love the fragrances they produce, most of them. This one, however, I can't stand. It has a leather note in it, and when you apply it, it just makes me think of horse shit. And I find the same leathery note in Chanel's Coeur de Russe, and I just can't stand that particular leather note or leather accord, if you want to call it like that. Next up we have Dior Savage. Yes, you know, I think this is boring. I think all those blue fragrances are boring, like Dylan Blue, Chanel, Bleu de Chanel, and those. They don't speak to me, they don't give me anything. But they do smell good. But I just think that the one who wears this one as a signature scent or something like that doesn't have any imagination at all. So ladies, girls and ladies, be aware. If you smell this on a man, he probably don't know how to tie a knot with his tongue. Next up we have Prada L'Homme. Another overhyped fragrance. This is just a soapy clean, soapy fragrance. Smells good, maybe good price on it, but I feel that if you buy Heritage from Fragrance de Bois instead, you get a soapy fragrance with more levels to it, with more layers in it. Yes, it is more expensive than this one. They are not particularly the same either, they are very different, but that is why I wouldn't buy this one. I will go for a fragrance that has more levels to it than just being a clean soapy fragrance. Next up we have Paco Rabanne Invictus. I guess I'm not a fan of Paco Rabanne. I feel they are just targeting younger people, but this one in particular, I do just feel it smells so cheap. Coming off your skin, it just feels cheap. I can't explain it because I can't say it is synthetic. It is synthetic, but so many other fragrances today are having synthetic notes. But I do feel there is a cheap tartness over this one that I don't enjoy at all. But I do see at the same point why it's well liked in the community, because it does smell good on paper, but off my skin it is just cheap. That was all we had for today. No, I have done this before actually. This whole sample set, don't like it, don't want it, can't have it. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Give a thumbs up if you did. Consider hitting the subscribe button. And until the next time everybody, stay safe. Bye.